Whoa. Oh there. Where is your clearance? Viewing of this tape is strictly prohibited without the clearance. Hang on, let me check. Yep. That's valid. Welcome to my custom SCP that I have made completely by myself. I mean, not completely by myself. Let's just get into it, shall we? This is my custom SCP, my SCP-OC. Almost every SCP fan has their own custom SCP that they want, but they just haven't made it yet. Well, why not make a Google Doc and show it off in a YouTube video? The item we're talking about today is Scp049-s. The S stands for sun in this case. Usually dash S stands for other stuff, but when I'm talking about Scp049-s, the S stands for sun. His name is Little Plague Doctor, but you can just call him Little Doc. That's what he prefers to be called. His object class is safe. I know what you're thinking. How could the son of one of the most dangerous SCPs out there be safe class when his father is Euclid? I'll get into that, but first we need to describe his appearance. His name really sums it up. He's just a miniature version of SCP-049, the Plague Doctor. But the only major difference is that his beak is actually slanted down, covering up his mouth, but his mouth is under the beak. So he really needs to. Hold on, I need a prop. Yeah, this will work. So basically, this isn't made to scale, but basically, his beak is covering up his mouth. But if he should eat, he needs to eat like this. But I'm not humanoid, so I'm not the best example to do it for. But anyway. Yeah, his clothes are his skin, his mask is his face. Other than that, he's pretty much a human. Although, like his father before him, he used to have an arm that can kill pretty much everyone and everything it touches in one hit. He used to call his insta-kill arm, but he cut it off because he discovered that only one arm did it. So he did something a sane person would do. He cut off the arm and replaced with a metal arm. It's a bunch of pop culture arms combined into one. For example, we have the shooting shurikens function, like Genji from Overwatch. A grappling hook function, because why not? A holo projector, basically, it just projects a screen. Have you seen the Netflix Inspector Gadget? It's basically just like Penny's holo projector, except on the arm, and it can be like an iPhone. And he's easy to protect maps and bring up documents, stuff like that. Also, it has a tool storage. Because a lot of metal arms, the fingers can extend to become tools and stuff. So he uses it to it's for his medical tools, like the scalpel and such, and his inventing tools. I'll get into that later. You know, like screwdriver, wrench, hammer, like that kind of stuff. His powers and abilities. Unlike his father, SCP-049, the Little Doc actually knows a pestilence from what any sane person knows. The pestilence isn't real. He's just killing people for random reason, and he can't make his father see that the pestilence isn't real. So, 049-s, he spent his entire life becoming a better doctor than what his father is. He's kind of like... I just realized he's kind of like Luke Skywalker. He wants to be a Jedi like his father before him, but Luke ended up being a better Jedi than his father before him. I know, that is kind of a controversial opinion, but basically, Little Doc wants to be a better doctor than his father before him. Anyway, so after a lot of years, he uses his medical knowledge, and he's pretty darn good at it. I mean, he's been able to cure rabies, he's been able to cure a bunch of different cancers, and various mental illnesses too, like, multiple personality disorder, Tourette's, like, basically severe mental illnesses that don't make you, well, like, autism. I'm actually an autistic axolotl, and I'm not that different from other people, so I don't think autism needs a cure, really. At least, not from what I know. And he can do all this without SCP-500, the pill that can cure pretty much everything. And the cures he makes, if they are, like, they're just diseases and such, an injection, or a syringe, he'll just, like, Predator, what are you doing? You're interrupting my video, Predator, but I'm riding a motorcycle. And you broke it. Dang it. Can I get a cleanup clue over here? Alright, come on. Let Kirby film. Guys. Come on. Thank you, Chester. No problem, man. Anyway. I'm just gonna let you guys read it for a little bit. I put a lot of work into this. They will count as 101. I put a lot of effort into this. Not as much as actual SCP creators. So, yeah. But I just wanted to bring this guy out into the world, because I put a lot of work into him, and he's obviously a really cool SCP. Cancers, rabies, and and many more. The cure the illness within 5 minutes. It takes like 1 month to develop a cure. And how does he make the cures without killing anyone? Well, clones. You can cure almost any organic organism, like plant life, humans, and animals. Almost any. There are some organics that he cannot cure. Not cure, clone. And it can be really useful for harvesting organs, because he can make 2 types of clones. Copies and clones. Like copies and better ones. Copies are basically what they are. Copies. Exact copies. He uses the copies to study what actually makes the disease and how he can cure it, because sometimes clone organs are different than the actual organs, so he has to use them. He has to develop the actual cure for it. You know what? Scratch that. Little Doc needs to, basically, he uses the clones to study the diseased organ and find ways to cure it. granted, and also he can, if he can cure the clones, he can cure the donor. The donor is a person who gave the DNA to be cloned. And he's also a very skilled medic and inventor, as I like to call him. He invent a lot of things. Granted, mostly just makes stuff from various video games, movies, and TV shows real. If there's an invention from a TV show, a movie, a video game he wants to make, he's gonna make it. And sometimes he can actually make it better. Because sometimes the invention is flawed in a way. A best example of Little Doctor is Ubercharge. You know, Meet the Medic. Hang on. Let me just, Yeah, I probably should have done this earlier, but it's content. You guys know Meet the Medic. I don't even have to explain it. If you don't know, go watch Meet the Medic. And basically, if you clicked off this video, cause I don't want to spoil these spoilers, but let's be honest, we've all seen Meet the Medic. Anyway, so Meet the Medic. When trying to fuse the Ubercharge with Heavy's heart, it explodes, and it exploded and Heavy had to get a baboon heart. Well, the Little Rock Supercharge, it can be bonded with any, and I do mean any heart, from any human. No heart replacement required. It's all just... It's all there. It can be bonded to literally any human heart. Because they can't have any disease like heart disease, heart infections. Basically, it has to be a good condition heart. But yeah, he can do that. And you're not without destroying it. But his best ability is his ability to control SCP-37/Living Lego, which is actually my favorite SCP. I mean, growing up, I've always been a Lego kid. I still am, because I have 1, 2, 3 bins full of Legos, an entire table dedicated to a lot of Legos, and I have a bunch more Legos in my storage unit, which is it's a lot of bins full of them. So yeah, 387 Living Lego, obviously gonna be my favorite SCP. Anyway, let's get back to that point. Oh yeah, he can also I forgot to mention, Little Doctor can give him enough parts, and he can make a transformer. That's right. Give him the parts, and he can make a transformer. Give him the right metal, the jet parts, the circuitry. He can make one, and granted, it's more of a mech. It's kind of like Voltron. I watched Voltron on Netflix, because it's pretty nostalgic. I just like the Netflix original design of Voltron. It's pretty cool. Anyway, he can make it. Little Doctor can make a transformer if you give him enough supplies. But transformers take months to make because of a lot of testing and all that. But yeah, he can make a transformer if the Foundation let him, which they don't really do. But that just shows how much of an inventor he is. Anyway, he can control anything built out of SCP-387. So, like, no matter who builds it. In this one episode, Corey of Newspaper Pro SCP-387 video, Corey builds a purple version of Bricky, who is Dr. Patient's helper, and it goes wild. It just goes rampant, and it attacks everyone, no matter who builds it. Yeah, Little Doctor, he could just come in and command the creature to stop. Anything built out of SCP-387 will follow Little Doctor's orders, no questions asked. You can also control what comes alive and what doesn't. And he can actually make things come alive. I'm going to show you an example. So this is my Lego Hero Factory Magna Brain monster that I upgraded, but yes, I upgrade things in my spare time. Anyway, so you know how real Lego is just Lego? They're all statues. Little Doctor, if it was built out of 387, but he could control if it behaves like regular Lego. But he can actually make this come alive if it was made out of 387 and not be alive. Basically just powering it on, powering it off the robot. He mostly makes Waddle Dees out of SCP-387. If you don't know what a Waddle Dee is, you should. They are one of the most popular Kirby characters out there. I mean, it's a Waddle Dee. They're iconic. Usually makes Waddle Dees out of SCP-387 because they are the perfect butlers. I mean, they're cute, adorable, hardworking, loyal, and they're good working together. But right back at you, Waddle Dees, they're kind of flawed. Kirby anime Waddle Dees, the same thing as right back at you Waddle Dees. Kirby right back at you is the Kirby anime. I have no idea why it's considered an anime, but hey. Kirby is an anime. So, Chester, what is it? You're in my shot. Oh, sorry, dude. Yeah, anyway. What was that? Anyway. So yeah, Waddle Dees, they're just the perfect butlers. And how big is he? Well, I'm pretty sure SCP-049 is like 1.6 meters. And yeah, 1.9 meters. So that's what so SCP-049 is about 6 feet. Because I'm an American. And Americans use the metric system. So, but I'm gonna do it. So, if he is 5 foot. What's 4 feet to meters? About 1.21. So Little Doc is at 1.21 meters in size. Right back to my document. How was discovered? I actually made an origin story for my SCP because we all need origin stories, people. This one is kind of dark, kind of not, and kind of, but it's really just a sad origin story. To get sad origin stories, this video will contain spoilers for the episode SCP-049's sad origin story on Newsday Pro, but most people here, you don't want to watch Newsday Pro, do you? No. People don't really talk about him that much anymore. It's hard to find people who like Newsday Pro these days. So if you do not like Newsday Pro's Minecraft SCP roleplays, unsubscribe right now. After you finish watching this video, of course. Anyway, a long time ago, back before SCP-049 was stuck in his Plague Doctor outfit, he was a regular guy like us. He had a child before he became an SCP. So he had a wife and some kids. I forgot how many kids. I haven't got to that episode of rewatching yet. Yep, that's beside the point. Okay, I get off track. I am sorry that I tend to get off track. It's just that my mind tends to wander. Anyway, my mind doesn't wander. I need to focus on this. Okay, so basically, long story short, the plague doctor had a son and a wife. They died. The doctor actually kept his son's corpse and brought it to the Foundation, because in this alternate reality, the doctor kept his son's corpse. I tried to bring it back, but he never could. And he couldn't make it SCP-049-2 because those are just mindless creatures. He wants his son back. He doesn't want just a mindless creature. Until one fateful day, he heard about the SCP-173 duplication incident, where SCP-173 got duplicated because he got sent to the upgrade machine, which is, and Lucy Pro said Dr. Bright was responsible for that. But that gave SCP-049 an idea. Maybe that is how he's going to bring his son back. I don't know. This isn't really scientific knowledge. Please just roll with it. Are you rolling with it? Thank you for rolling with it, my friend. Anyway. He needed to bring him and his son's corpse into SCP-914. And who would be insane enough to actually let SCP-049 into the upgrade machine? I'm gonna let you guys think. Who would be insane enough to let SCP-049 into the upgrade machine with a body? Please write your answers down now. If you guessed Dr. Bright, you are correct. SCP-049 was able to convince Dr. Bright to let him and take his son's corpse into the upgrade machine. And guess what? It worked. But not an SCP. It worked. However, his son, but the family reason couldn't last. The gods took the plague doctors back to their cells. To SCP-049's cell. And that's where SCP-049-S, he learned the truth about what happened to his doctor. How he is now just insane. And, he's insane and not him. He's insane and the pestilence isn't real. The little doctor was frightened of his ability, of his new father and his ability. So he made a break for it, although where he was going really just weirded out every single one of the Foundation members who followed him. They watched him on security cameras. And the little dog, he ran to a containment room of his own. It was really weird. It's almost like the little doctor, his soul had been wandering and checking on his father, make sure he's doing good. It's almost like a being educated him about the SCP Foundation and what they do in depth. It was probably the Dream Man, at least. That's what I'm going to say it was. The Dream Man explained everything once the little doctor fell asleep in his containment cell. And years went by. Little doctor cut off his arm, his killing arm. His powers of SCP-387 were discovered. And he invented a bunch of things for the Foundation, and they rewarded him for it. They upgraded his containment room into that of a small apartment. 2 bedrooms. Both of them have a bed complete with sheets, like my sheets, black sheets. 3 pillows, because that's usually what the amount of pillows I see in a bunch of pop culture. 3 pillows, anyway. And a weighted blanket, because weighted blankets are best blankets. Change my mind. You can't. But Little Doctor's room has a laptop gaming setup. This is my school laptop I'm using it on, because... Well, I'm using my school laptop for this, because I don't want to make this my gaming laptop right now. Dude. That's a lie. Alright, fine. My mom and stepdad took away my gaming laptop. Because I did some things that I wasn't supposed to be doing. I took away my gaming laptop. Anyway, it also has a building with some Transformer toys, like this one right here, except it's kind of like that one. That makes a bunch of Legos and Transformer toys crammed into one thing. But then that's the type of bin, and it has a bunch of Transformer toys in it. Yeah. He has 1 bathroom complete with a shower and bath, a 2-in-1. And a laundry room area, a washer and dryer, and a sink to wash your hands and all that stuff. Also has a kitchen where he cooks food. What's his age? Oh, he's 16. He mirrors my age. I am 16. Little Doctor 16. When I turn 17, the Little Doctor will turn 17. But he'll still be little compared to his father. But also, the Little Doctor, he sleeps covering a curly plushie because it actually helps him keep nightmares away for some reason. I have no idea the science behind that. Maybe that's going to be in my next SCP video. The enchanted curly plushie. It stopped people from having nightmares. Uh-oh. Spoilers. Curly. Come on, dude. You have to. You have to finish the video. It's already 30 minutes long. Okay. So the kitchen, it's just a counter kitchen setup. There's like a counter, there's like a stove, a microwave, all the stuff you need in the kitchen. With the fridge and all that stuff. Yada, etc. There's also a living room that has a Nintendo Switch gaming setup with a couch, one of those armchairs. There's a cheap TV which has a lot of streaming services on it, also live TV, and a Nintendo Switch gaming setup because I've always been a Nintendo kid. I'm sorry, Xbox. I just couldn't switch over to you. I couldn't even play Halo once. I had to watch Paramount Plus Halo TV show, which is a good TV show. You cannot change my mind. I'm just full of controversial opinions, aren't I? Anyway, after these powers of SCP-387 discovered, they were actually contained together. And now I will answer your question. How on earth is SCP-049-S, Little Plague Doctor, a safe class when his father is pretty dangerous? Well, that's the thing. He cut off his ability. He cut off his arm that made him able to kill everyone and everything in one touch, so he's now safe. Granted, he can build a bunch of things and control SCP-387, but he's honestly, he's a nice guy and a good kid, as some have described him. The little doctor is very friendly towards everyone, no matter how dangerous they are. But he will defend himself if he feels that he is being attacked. If you attack him verbally, he will defend himself verbally. He won't insult you, he will just provide evidence. Think of him like a court case. Felix, like, his attorney court case. He will defend himself. Unless he knows what they're accusing him of is true. He is also skilled in many, and I do mean many, forms of combat. A bunch of martial arts, and a bunch of combat styles of video games. Including Jedi stuff. General Grievous is actually a very skilled saber duelist, and the Little Doctor can basically do almost everything a Jedi's can, minus, of course, Force stuff, because the Force isn't real in the SCP universe. Or is it? And he can develop from respect his small size. He will use his small size to maneuver around the opponents. Predator, I need you for an example. So let's say there's a SCP that towers over him. Like SCP-682. He can use his small body to maneuver around SCP-682 and dodge him. Granted, SCP-682 might be kind of fast, but so is Little Doctor. I mean, from what I've seen, the small creature, in most cases, the smaller the creature is, the faster they are. At least that's what pop culture has taught me. Anyway, himself very well despite his small size. He's also and Little Doctor's actually very well mannered. You wanna know how well mannered he is? Manners maketh man. That's right, he is a Kingsman. An honorary Kingsman, because the Kingsmen aren't real. At least, they might not be real. They might be. At least, the Kingsmen aren't real in the SCP universe. At least, I don't think they are real in the SCP universe. I mean, they're a secret spy organization, and the only way people know about them is movies, and movies are mostly just fake. Anyway, so he considers everyone his friend. Want to know his greeting? If you walk into his container and he has never seen you before. Oh, hello there, new friend. I haven't seen you before. I'm Little Doc. What's your name? If that isn't wholesome, I don't know what is. Granted, he's been playing a bunch of Pathfinder and Apex Legends because, well, Pathfinder is just wholesome. He's also a very skilled psychologist / therapist and psychiatrist. So talk to him if you have any problems. He will help you the best he can. And the best part is, he doesn't want to escape. He's actually content with living in his house and his containment. He really ever leaves it. Looks like the Foundation has a mission for him. Little Hawk isn't really ready for field work like Iris is, but he will join it one day. Maybe when he's older. Foundation feeds him, they give him drinks, and give rewards for helping out, so as you see what on the chest, he is content with the containment. He's fine living there for the rest of his life. He doesn't really need that much to do. He'll just play video games his entire life, play SCP-387 his entire life, make stop motions. Yeah, he does have a small YouTube studio in his room, but yeah, he is overall just a good kid, and he's SCP, and he's really content with his containment, so he doesn't want to escape. And he will offer you protection if you will accept it. I don't know what that's supposed to be, I'm sorry. So yeah, that is Scp049-s. My custom SCP, sorry this video is long, but I wanted to share it with you guys. I really put a lot of effort into this video. Please watch it to the end, and if you do not agree with my opinions, unsubscribe. I had 30 subscribers, now I only have like 28, but I will keep my 30 sub special up. I made the Axolotl playlist, the YouTube one, for you guys. I made my playlist public for you guys. I may make more Minecraft content in the future. I may not. We shall see. And please have a nice day.